mostly my relatives, and I gave a little Devar Torah. And since most of you weren't there, and now that I'm married, it's so much more meaningful. I thought I would read it again. And anyone who heard it, I'm sorry, I apologize, but I really think it's from the bottom of my heart. So I hope you'll listen. First of all, I want to thank Allie and the cooks, Morian. Yeah. Thank you so much. So, it's a Devar Torah. So the first time I shared these words of Torah, and I hope you will all indulge me tonight, whoever heard it before. The first time we find a love story in the Torah is actually this week's Parsha, Chayei Sarah. Abraham sends his servant Eliezer back to his hometown, to Haran, to find a suitable mate for his son, Isaac. That's in chapter 24. Eliezer prays to God and asks God to find him a match for Isaac. And he asks, if the girl's kind enough to bring him some water and water his camels, he would know it would be a sign from heaven that she is the one. Rivka not only brings him water, but runs back and forth many, many times quickly to show great kindness to Eliezer. And I have to interject here. So, we were at Jackie's house, and he worked in the Sinai. He was in the war in the Sinai, and he saw camels. And he said they drink hundreds and hundreds of gallons of water to fill them up, because then they walk without many miles, days. So you can imagine what a feat it was when he said that to me. It was so more meaningful. What kindness she provided for Eliezer. So she was much more than he requested. She was also very beautiful, and she was his kinsman.
She loved Julie.
A virgin, God provided for Eliezer much more than he asked for. And later in the Parsha, when Rivka goes to Canaan with Eliezer, Isaac marries her, he brings her into his tent, and he loves her. And that's the only time romantic love is mentioned in the Torah. Wow. This week, I also asked God for a match in my prayers as well. Similarly, like Eliezer, I asked for a kind man, a Torah-observant man, and a man who loves to study as much as I do. And like Eliezer, God brought me so much more in my prayers. Wow. Michael is kind, but he's also extremely compassionate, understanding, and romantic. I know he didn't. It's a little bit of a secret. No more a secret. He is a Torah-observant man, a daily minyan man, and he can lead services. He's also a rabbi. Not only does he love to study Torah, but he's a Torah teacher. He knows perfect Hebrew. And believe me, he's a great teacher. That's how we met. We started studying Torah together. God exceeded my expectations, much more than I could ever imagine. Going back a little further in the Torah, we have the original story of Adam and Eve, chapter 2, 21. In this chapter, Ella agrees with my Devar Torah. In this chapter, God forms woman from the rib and flesh of Adam, and in this way a married couple should always cleave to each other as one soul. Some of you might not know how alike Michael and I are, although after this wedding everybody does. To the point that it's almost scary. We have the same birthday, we were born in the same hospital, we both have 3 children, we both lived in Israel for a time, we both love similar music, rock and roll.
Rock and roll!
We love really the same foods. I can go on and on with our similarities. We say the same things, we're thinking alike. From our very first date, we felt very familiar, as if we knew each other our whole lives. I think our most similar trait is that we both love the Jewish people and have been serving the Jewish community in one way or another our whole lives. And years ago at shul, I heard a talk by Lori Kolotnik, and I was struck by something she said. She said, in your first marriage, you marry your bashert, but if you do marry a second time, you will marry your zivug. I never understood what she meant until 2 weeks ago. At Shalashudas, Aaron Wine started quoting this exact Gemara. It's crazy. I never heard it before. I never knew it. Of course, I asked Michael to find it for me, which he did. It's in Sota 2a, and we read it together. In this Gemara, the rabbis discuss how difficult it is to find a good match. They say it's even harder than God splitting the Red Sea. They also go on to say that who you marry is based on your good deeds. But Rashi questions this statement by reminding the rabbis that God decides who your match is in heaven long before you were born. So how could you have any good deeds when you've been decided before you were born? He concluded that the rabbis are really discussing second marriage. That the second marriage is as hard as splitting the Red Sea. And the second marriage is based on your good deeds. Since the second marriage comes so much later in life.
It must have been pretty good.
I know that I must have done something right in this world to have found such a great man as Michael. And though it took me many years of being alone, he was well worth it.
Oh, you know what?